seconds. We're live. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We are getting ready to go live on national television. And today we're talking all the things that you need to know about. So please make sure that you stay tuned, like, share, comment, do whatever you need to do to let your friends know that the Cassandra Show is on. All right. Thank you, God, for this opportunity, for this moment, for these people. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with melanin skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. And I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what he means to me, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep, and there's nothing that I can do but crying when he calls your name, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him even though you can. Girl, I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you and whatever you decide to do, Jolene. And you could have your choice of men, but I could never love again, 'cause he's the only one for me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Oh, I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him even though you can. Jolene. Y'all, Jolene Shoal is a bad girl.
Get your energy together, because it's time to start the Cassandra Show!
Yes! Jolene! Y'all, welcome to the Cassandra Show, TSS Tribe. We are so delighted to have y'all here, hanging out with us. You know what we have going on today? Today is a day of news. We're going to take a moment to say hello to the band. Y'all put the hands together for the band, for the culture. Woo! Hey, we got Doc Reed on bass. Oh, Mr. Jonathan Parks on drums. Luke Daraball on guitar. Say Luke. On keys, our music director, Chris Baptiste. Y'all put it together for FTC. How y'all doing, guys? When I tell tell you, I had Jolene on my brain. It took a minute for me to get it together.
Oh, Lord.
Jolene is something else.
Yes, she is.
Listen, and Dolly Parton is a heck of a songwriter.
Yes.
Do y'all know who all has recorded that song?
Talk to me.
Oh my goodness. I believe Miley Cyrus.
Oh, yeah.
Who
Beyonce?
did it? Yes.
Yes.
Beyonce just recorded it. Y'all know she changed the lyrics. That's what you call tea. That's a little tea for you. But listen, right now it's time for breaking news. Woo! Y'all give us a minute. We have a special guest. We are just weeks away from one of the most anticipated events of the election season, the big debate showdown between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump on September 10th. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the excitement is building as both sides prepare for what's sure to be a fiery exchange. If y'all think Jolene was bad, wait till you see this debate. My God. So joining me to discuss this upcoming debate is the one and only Russell Drake. Please put your hands together. Yay! Oh, come on.
Got my tan suit. Got my tan suit.
You got the tan suit on. Come on. That's a statement all in itself.
It is.
Woo!
It is.
When I tell you the historical tan suit, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm always honored to be here.
Well,
with you, your professional staff, and the wonderful band that's been rocking it.
Thank you so much. Well, we are always delighted to have you here, and you brought a tan suit today. He wore the tan suit. Y'all know the story behind the tan suit. When former President Obama wore it, it was you don't do that. But now I guess it's okay to be presidential and professional in tan.
Absolutely. See, we redefine it.
Yes.
It's not a cookie cutter society where you have to wear one thing. And you got to know where the culture comes from.
True.
Whatever we do becomes in style.
Yes.
So y'all been setting the trend for some time now.
I love
People
that.
are trying to duplicate it. But when you're the original,
Come on, the original.
continue to raise the bar.
That is so true.
So keep copying, everybody. We appreciate it.
It is the greatest flattery to be
Isn't it?
copied, right?
It
So
is.
let's dive into what we have going on today.
Yes.
In today's breaking news segment, y'all, we're diving into the latest twists and turns in the heated race. From Harris's bold policy proposals to the strategies she might use to take on former President Trump. With the debates just around the corner, we've got a lot to unpack. So let's dive right into it. So, Kamala Harris, are you ready? I see that. You ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Ready.
So Kamala Harris seems eager to let Trump speak his mind without the mute button. Do you think this strategy will work in her favor, Mr. Drake, or could it backfire by giving Trump more opportunities to dominate the conversation?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's going to help VP Harris. See, VP Harris is very talented. She speaks well.
Yes.
She's knowledgeable. She's been living every day for this moment. She's prepared for it. So it helps her out because her opponent will talk himself into some mess. He continually does. And that's why his campaign generally said, we don't want him to be unmuted because when he's unfiltered, we hear different things all the time. And that makes a big difference to some people when
It
you
is
hear
so
what
true.
people think. You want to hear the authentic person. And I'm not saying you got to be a saint to be in the office, but you got to have a heart. You
Most
have to have
definitely.
respect for people, for veterans, for children, for women,
Yes.
for people of every belief, for people of every background. You can't be in the office of the President of the United States and say, I want to be the leader for some when you're supposed to represent all.
Come on.
I have such respect
Very
for
well
women.
said. Stop it. That's a rhetorical statement. So listen, Trump's camp seems divided on the open mic issue, with Trump himself saying he's fine with losing the mute button. Is he underestimating Harris as a debate opponent? You've already stated the obvious. She's very intelligent. She's very calculated. So is this a good move for him to say that? I think we've answered a lot of it, but the answer is, what is he thinking?
Well, let's get to it first about the underestimation. Absolutely, he's underestimating her. From the start, he's underestimated VP Harris. He said things like it's going to be easier with her. Of course, he's called her out her name wrongfully.
Yes.
And he talked down about her, calls her incompetent and stupid. And that's dead wrong, first place.
Yes, it is.
She's very accomplished. She's very skilled, got multiple degrees. For every position she's had, she got elected to it.
Yes.
When you get elected by the people, it doesn't happen by happenstance that many times.
That part.
She's qualified. She's a Howard University alumni.
Yes.
I'm a proud Howard alum myself.
Are you?
I am.
I didn't know that.
I am,
That's
yes,
such an
yes.
awesome school.
Yes, it is. Just a few years after her. But we know a lot of the same people.
Wow.
That's for sure.
That's amazing.
And she's skilled, so he has underestimated her.
Yes.
Here's the first black woman to be on the ballot of a major party running for president. Here, she broke trends she was only the second black woman to be a U.S. senator in history.
Yes. Come on.
Well, here she was the Attorney General of California. Then she was the state attorney prior to then of San Francisco. She's been breaking records her whole career.
Yes, she has.
So, but when we do this, people underestimate us. So I think people are trying to count her and sell her short. But half of Trump's campaign fears her a lot. They see what most people see. Here's an energetic person who's in their 50s, not their late 70s.
Correct.
Here's a person who's worked her way up, who's an attorney. Here's a person who spoke for a living to litigate. Here's somebody who knows all the policies that are going on in the current White House, went on in the previous White Houses, but also is familiar with foreign affairs, and they're terrified. She's not going to have any freeze-up moments like President Biden was having.
Not at all.
So, yeah, half of them are terrified. The other half have drunk the Kool-Aid, and they say, well, let's let it happen because we believe in the gospel of Trump.
And it seems like that's the reason why he's just bullying and baiting, trying to bully and bait, opposed to talk about all the issues, is to just attack her character. But
Yes.
she's coming out and saying everything that she is going to do for us. And it's going to be a debate. It's going to be one to watch. Listen, y'all, we have to go to commercial. We hate to do it because it's always fascinating to sit here and talk to Mr. Drake. But we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Don't y'all go anywhere. We'll be right back. When it comes to yes, I mean, we kind of did because we talked about her intellect, her ability to litigate and all of that stuff. But I mean, we can break it down more. Do you think we should do this next question or just?
I think that's good. No, that's a great question.
That's a great question.
Because people do need.
Sandra Show, y'all. I am sitting here with Mr. Russell Drake, who is a community advocate, talking to us about what is so important right now, and that's the elections and the debate that's coming up between former President Trump as well as no, we can't say president-elect. What's the word? Nominee. Yes. The nominee for president, VP Kamala Harris. So the question now is, given that Trump successfully overtalked Hillary Clinton in 2016, do you think that Kamala Harris will be able to handle him differently, especially when it comes to fact-checking on the spot?
Yeah, so Secretary Clinton was the first woman to be on a major ticket in 2016. And when people are the first, they try to be more conservative. There are different rules in place for us. We know this, so they take a step back. They don't want to get viewed in any aggressive manner. A lot of stuff's changed in 8 years. We've been through a whole worldwide plague and pandemic.
Yes.
We literally had an insurrection on the Capitol. Everything has changed since then. People are awakened, and First Lady Michelle Obama said in 2016, when they go low, we go high.
Yes.
I think in 2024, when you go low, we go down there to stamp you to make sure you stay down there.
Okay.
So it's a whole different ball game. I think VP Harris is more than ready for when Trump tries to overtalk her. It's not going to happen. It's not flying.
I don't think it's going to happen either. You have a good point, because when I've seen her, people trying to talk over her, she'll be like, I'm speaking, I'm talking. She lets you know. I mean, when you say that, normally it's like, it's disrespectful for you to talk over me. So she has all the right tools, I think, in her front pocket, not her back pocket,
but also,
ready to go.
See, those were the tools from 4 years ago with the lines. See, it's 4 years later. She's a pro. She evolves. So she's going to come with more stuff, and I don't count her out. She's
meeting
good.
him where he's at.
She's going to meet him where he's at, and she's going to pound him down. So.
Indeed, that's what you said. Now, Michelle say when they go low, we go high. It looks like Kamala is like, when they go low, we meet them where they at, right? Oh my gosh. So her campaign has positioned her as the candidate to move America past bitterness and divisiveness. Do you think this message will hold up if Trump brings his usual aggressive debate style to the stage?
I think it definitely will hold up. Again, VP Harris represents literally the middle of America. She's in the middle age frame. She's in the middle of a career. She's in the middle in so many instances. She has a blended family on multiple fronts across the board. And I think she's going to bring a great message. She's bringing a great message.
Yes, I was going to say, she's doing it.
I think on the debate stage, she'll bring one, but right now she's reaching people in different communities. And I know people have been saying they want to see a flat-out interview with her, but she's taken another approach that I think it went over many people's head. She's saying, let me go talk with these Black Muslim organizations. Let me go talk with these Jewish organizations. Let me have some conversations with these different caucuses, Hispanic caucus, LGBTQ caucus, Black caucus. Let me talk to them specifically, and let me talk to them, and that's how you gather not just your platform, but you get the input of the people.
It's more grassroots, right?
See, the people that want these interviews, they don't want them to hear the message she has. They want them to throw darts at the message she has. Of course. That's what do you think? Fox News don't want her for that reason. They want to just pick it apart and say, oh, this is bad, this is bad. And so it's like, we'll get there eventually, but let me talk to the people that really want to hear from me. Let me talk to the people who are my supporters, who are my donors. Let me talk to the people who are on the fence. Let me talk to the people who really,
bring them in.
Help the most. Not the people who've been demonizing me for 4 years or more.
Correct. Why would you want to talk to people who are demonizing you? So the stakes are very high, as we both know, for both candidates in this debate. What do you think each of them need to prove to sway undecided voters, especially in the key battleground states?
Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. To sway voters
Can you say that one more time?
Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. To get voters, you have to let them know that you care.
Yes.
So many people out here will say anything. It's like they're selling used cars.
Yes.
And when people sell used cars, and not all of them, there are some decent salespeople out
True
here.
that.
But for the bulk of them, they're trying to sell you a lemon. They're trying to sell you something used. And they'll say anything to get it out the door. They're just hoping that you get it. And they're just sitting there rubbing their palms together thinking about the funds. As soon as you drive off the lot, bam, you fell for it.
Yes.
And they're hoping not to fall for it with people. We see with Trump, we know we really can't believe anything out of his mouth.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know if he believes it or what, but
I don't even know if he
talks
knows what's
himself-
coming
yeah.
out of his mouth sometimes. It's
He
very
doesn't.
interesting.
He talks himself into circles. And so, but there are a lot of politicians that may do the same. Just not at that grand level.
True.
He's at this level.
The top.
But there are a lot of people that are, at different levels of it. And people want somebody they can trust, somebody that will really talk to them and not leave them behind. Because so often it seems that a politician caters to one group of people or one tier of people, and nobody wants to be left behind.
No.
Everybody wants to be included. People want good leadership, and it's servant leadership. So they want people to talk to them.
And they will follow you when they learn that you care.
Absolutely.
Once you prove to them, that's very powerful.
Absolutely.
That's powerful. So, Mr. Drake, the NFRA's claim that Kamala Harris is constitutionally ineligible to become president has stirred some controversy. How do you think this debate will address such claims, and will Kamala Harris use it to her advantage?
It's going to be really interesting to address this. First, we're citizens. We're all citizens nowadays. 13th Amendment, 14th Amendment, 15th Amendment made us citizens. And we just celebrated literally 102 years since women got the right to vote.
Yes.
Right? So we're all citizens. So everybody's eligible to run.
Why are they saying it? I believe they're saying it because her parents are not American.
To be honest, I can't explain why.
I'm just trying to is it the same thing as the birth certificate
The way
with
they're trying
Obama?
to apply it is being black.
Yeah.
I think it's the way they're trying to apply it is being black and saying that nobody black would be able to run for this office. That's the way it seems like they're trying to apply it, and it's not gonna fly. It's unfortunate. It's a glaring thing to see that at the end of the day, people will pull out the worst tools of the oppressor to try to block people, and this is just another desperate attempt. This just screams for the energy that VP Harris and her campaign are moving. People are so afraid that they're going to bring up something from 200 years ago,
of course,
to try to block her.
But you know what? It just simply sounds like the whole birth certificate thing with Obama. Even Melania Trump came out and was questioning where was he born, where was his parents born, and I think it's just something to distract us yet again. I don't think she would have come this far if she was not eligible to run for the highest office in the land.
She's completely eligible.
Yes.
She's completely capable, and at the end of the day, the people are going to get who they elect.
Yes.
And so many people they're looking for ways to strip you of the opportunity to run. And it just screams for being fearful of the leadership that's coming.
That's coming.
And they're not fearful of her. There are people that they're saying things like she's communist and things like that, or she's radical. And I'm like, and when you look at VP Harris, there's nothing that screams radical at all.
Not at all.
At all.
Not at all.
She rolls up. This is a very dignified woman. She's fit to lead. She's been leading.
Yes.
Classy woman. And this is the leadership that the United States and the world is ready for. And I do think it's so sad that some people are misogynistic and feel like they can't support a woman in leadership. And people, we have to get over that. It is 2024.
Correct.
Get over that. Women are doing great things. We're all people. And some people will even utilize the Bible, but I think they're misinterpreting it.
When I tell you, or they interpret it for themselves.
You don't use the Bible to hold anybody down. The Bible says you shall break the yokes of oppression, right? And set the oppressed free. Not try to keep people in a box or confine
Come
them
on now.
based on anything. And somebody out there, go and flip through the scripture. We can have that talk another time.
Come on now.
I'm with it. It don't matter what denomination you with. We can talk
Bring
the
it
scripture.
on.
I'm with it. I'm with it right now. There's Bible study going on now.
Come on now.
But I'll check it
Politics
another
and
time.
religion.
I'm on a prayer call every morning. We can go.
Come on now.
But yeah, we have to get over that. We have a
yes.
woman she's earned it. She's gotten there.
Yes.
And
Oh, and speaking of earn, we don't have much time, but what would you say to former Judge Joe Brown that is constantly going off about Kamala Harris?
I'm gonna keep it brief. Sit down.
Please. Oh,
Sit down. Sit down.
sit down.
Sit down.
Sit down, Joe Brown. Sit down, Joe Brown.
Disrespect is dead wrong, but just sit down, man. That's what I'm gonna say. If I see him in person, we'll have a different talk. But
Really, we'll just,
think
yeah.
I'm a 300-pound guy. It ain't gonna be what he thinks. So
No!
it's okay.
So sit down, Judge Joe Brown. We need you to leave her alone. Listen, again, thank you so much. Thank you for the compliment about women and what we are doing, where we
Yes.
are. And it's a pleasure to always be here with you. To our viewers, God bless you. We'll see you next time. For the culture.
Yes, sis.
Chris.
Thank you, Mr. Drake. All right, everybody at home,
Come
you
on,
know
y'all.
what to do. Scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen. Because we've got so much more exclusive content for y'all right here, only on the Sandra Show. Thank you so much for tuning in on the beautiful Camarosa set with us. And until next time, we'll be right here, only on the Sandra Show.